Commencing countdown T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
And we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Saber Dice. Tonight might just be the finale for Oasis. My name is Cody, and I have some beautiful, incredible, wonderful, sexy, amazing, and talented people with me here. We have a Sander being played by the one and only Guy SCLANDERS from How to Be a Great GM. David Friant from Nerdarchy is going to be playing Snicked, our Yosoki mechanic. Luna is being played by the talented Lauren B, aka the Jinja Ninja. Mike Hunt is playing Domino, our android technomancer.
Is it?
And Jacob BUDZ is playing a bard.
A space bard.
A space bard. Our human envoy.
Music, and I kind of just yell at things,
Smith.
and that's how you play a space bard.
Here was some
regular bard.
lovely words. Here are some lovely words from our amazing sponsors, whom we adore, is the one and only Guy SCLANDERS.
That would be me, and we've got some amazing sponsors. Yes, we do. We've got Fantasy Grounds. That's right. It's a complete area of ground that's complete fantasy. It doesn't exist. It only exists in our minds or in the app, as a matter of fact, which is the Fantasy Grounds app, which you can pick up from Steam. We love them. They roll amazing stuff. They keep track of everything. They're also more than just a dice roller. There's a whole bunch of really cool stuff happening there. And, of course, Fantasy Grounds 2 is coming out in December, hopefully. Anyway, that's just one of them. The other one is the Painter of Dungeons. That's right, a free commercial service whereby a whole bunch of goblins come around and paint your dungeon as you so choose. It's entirely up to you, and there are no guarantees on whether the paint ends up on your walls or inside the goblins. It's just what it is, and that's Dungeon Painter Studio. If you want to paint a studio or a dungeon or a goblin, Dungeon Painter Studio is for you. And of course, our last sponsors are our Patreons, the actual goblins who make everything work. We love you.
I will say that tonight, the special possible season finale, we do have one extra sponsor, and that is LaurenDoesStuff.fun.
Yep.
If you want to see more information about that, please go to the website LaurenDoesStuff.fun, and you can see how you too can sponsor Saber Dice.
Very nice.
I'm not going to spoil anything because you guys should go check it out. But to the person who made it, I hate you.
Also, can we really talk about that Batman Moose shirt that's happening right now?
I was in Minnesota, so I got
That's not an excuse, guy.
So cool.
Guy is the dorky white guy that goes to Minnesota and buys the Minnesotian t-shirt.
Uh-huh.
I just want to let you know, Guy, it gave me and my fiance so much joy how much you loved chocolate milk. That was just so joyous to watch.
Remind me of my joy that I can't get in Japan.
I want to say it's insane to see a tourist enjoy America so much, but really, it's you, man. You are like any American at Disney. You're just like, oh, this place is wonderful. You can buy guns everywhere? Great.
I don't even know. All right.
Let's do space stuff.
Let's do space stuff. Cast your minds back, as Guy SCLANDERS would say. I love you, Guy. Last week, stuff happened. Some of it was good stuff. A lot of it was bad stuff. If I remember correctly, the crew had decided to take Lacia after hailing a cab down in the lower Detroit section here on Cranto. Back to
I like that
the
it's
docks.
just Detroit.
It's just Detroit. If you've been to Detroit recently, you know what I'm talking about. The crew had decided to return Lacia back to the Rogue Infinity so that our one and only doctor on board, a Sander, could treat her wounds and attend to her medically. Of course, the crew, before being able to leave the rough side of the abandoned factory portion here in Cranto, they were joined by V2, by Plucky, and of course by Keana who was thrilled to have her wife back, or so the crew thought. Unfortunately, upon inspecting Lacia, even casting Detect Tech to see if she had been treated with any additional implants or anything that might have been embedded into her body or set as a recording or a trap, while she came up clean there, further inspection after Sander decided to paralyze her during his little interrogation, led to Sander ultimately discovering a memory chip that had been embedded into the back of her neck. Logic dictated that the only way that this could have been implemented on Lacia was, in fact, by Keana. Fortunately for Asander and the rest of the Rogue Infinity crew, during an argument by Keana and Asander, Domino decided to incapacitate her and knock her out, while the remaining crew attempted to make amends with Lacia, have a few, shall we say, heartfelt words with her as Asander and Lacia exchange words, and Luna and Snikt, on the other hand, left with V2 to retrieve the parcel with the Omni key that Lacia had left for her under her own name back at the Leala house.
It was great. It was a great plan. It was perfect. It was fine. And then that had to happen.
Snikt, deciding that it was time for V2 to depart the mortal plane, proceeded to fire upon him. But he did so poorly that V2, in his excitement to win, as Jet put it, lots and lots and lots of credits, 100,000 credits, I believe, was caught unaware and thought that maybe the Dark Paws or some other force was firing on them. This was fortunate for Luna, Snikt, and as they proceeded to retrieve the final package from the Leala house and race back to the Rogue Infinity. That is where mistrust turned violent, as Snikt attempted to push him out of the cargo bay, followed by Luna's failed attempt to do so as well, before V2, finally growing suspicious, came to words with the rest of the crew. Thinking fast, I believe it was Asander who came out of the med bay and proceeded to lay a little magic on our good old boy V2, paralyzing him, though temporarily. As the crew decided to heave his body from the cargo bay, as Domino ran over and piloted, launching out a large chain, trying to drag off the Starfinder's ship off of the dock and bay. That's when an explosion rocked the Rogue Infinity, leaving Asander lying unconscious and dying, with everyone, with the exception of Domino and Lacia, blasted to bits, as Domino and Lacia are confronted by a no longer unconscious Keana. And that's where we will pick up Domino, as you hear the from the arc pistol being raised to your back, as Keana steps into the room and demands that you be still.
Oh, no. And I remain still.
Do you have any idea what it's like? Do you even kind of sort of know what it is possibly like to give your entire life to something? Just to have your partner, the person you trust most in life, take every bit of research and credit for herself, as she turns and points the arc pistol at the back of Lacia's head.
I'll be honest. I don't know what that's like.
Of course you don't. How could you?
I don't know.
But soon you will. You will understand everything that I lost. You think you're so close to finding Oasis? I'm gonna find Oasis. Me. I did the work. I'm so sorry, Keana. It wasn't like that. Oh, really? Then tell me what it was like then. Lacia? Tell me! Tell the world what it was like! As she reaches up and hits the speakers from the ship.
So as she's reaching up to hit the speakers, since the ship is already airborne, I'm going to punch it.
Okay.
I mean, as far as I know, everyone else exploded a minute ago. So, yeah, I'm just going to punch it and knock her ass over.
Okay. Give me a piloting check, because if I remember correctly, you are your chain has just knocked over several forklifts down below.
That's fine.
Okay. I will let you do that.
20.
As you go to do that, Luna, Snikt, and Jet, your suits have been blasted and torn. You're bleeding, and chunks of metal have rendered through your torso and legs. You're each sprawled out across the stairwell here, leading down to the lower section of the ship. And Asander, the lights in his helmet where his brain is have gone out. And you can see his brain is actually laying on the side of his helmet, pressed up against the glass, which you know should not be doing.
I would scramble over to him and go up top, on top of him, try to find like anything. Jet is weak, so he's like crawling. He's going to make his way over and try to find anything that's on him that could be used as a medical way to resuscitate him, though he is a brain in a jar. Jet is hoping for anything. If he doesn't find anything, then
what you tell me? What do you have on you that can resuscitate? It's your character sheet.
I don't have anything. I have oh, you know what? Actually, just kidding. I do have stuff. I do have a med patch.
A med patch. Okay. You can.
Which is the space equivalent of a Band-Aid?
I don't know.
He just puts a Band-Aid over the fucking glass.
It's okay.
Much better.
You're fine.
There we
Luna's
go.
gonna find a bowl to stick the brain into.
Luna and Snikt, what are you guys doing while he's doing that?
Oh, frack, you're doing it wrong. Come here, let me hook up this battery to him.
Snikt, Luna, are you all right?
He's a robot. He's a robot. We need to jump him.
Snikt, you see Scrap Heap has been literally blown in two.
Oh,
He's got 10 left.
he's
Oh, you're okay. Okay. Well, forgive me then. I thought that he had been destroyed in the blast.
He's blown into 4 pieces.
Okay, so yeah, he's missing a couple legs at this point, but he's still
You
operational.
know how long this is going to take me to fix this dang bitch? I'm going to murder her. She's getting space.
Luna, as you kind of like the ears, stop ringing for a moment. You look over to see literally half of the face from V2 that has been blasted apart just mere feet away from you.
I go over and kick him in his head. Fracker, you should have stabbed him when I told you to. You're going to have to deal with this now.
Yeah, Luna's finding some type of maybe like a waste bin or something to scoop Asander's brain into and running upstairs to Domino.
Okay.
He knows how to fix people.
As you guys
just take the jar, don't scoop it out.
As you guys do this, you are still on the stairwell, and Domino punches it. Domino, this is as you reach your hand up to grab the throttle to just shove it forward, you hear the arc pistol go off, and soon you can feel the whole ship rocking back and forth as you try to basically blast out of here. Give me a second piloting check to make sure you don't blast into any additional bays.
16.
Ooh. As you punch it, You're trying desperately to turn and veer. You hear this arc pistol go off. And you hear a from Lacia. And you're desperately trying to turn the ship because the way you are positioned with the chain, trying to pull everything off, you're literally facing kind of towards the side and you're trying to arc and up and out here on Cranto. I need everybody to give me dexterity saving throws. We're going to set the DC to 15 or you're going to go tumbling around in the stairs.
Okay.
Should a Sander make one for his liquids?
Oh, too soon.
Damn it.
Love you guys.
When I make my save, really you just see she's holding the bin, and then her hand that was fixed previously grabs the railing, and she doesn't move an inch, and looks down, surveying the area before steadying herself. Dude, that is totally not cool. What a waste.
Domino, you rear out the ship, turning and flying out that direction. Jet, you go flying back off of about 7 steps, all the way down to the ground. You're going to take a D6 in bludgeoning, buddy. You're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning. As you basically slam back down prone at the base of the stairs. Nick, you hold on. Luna, you will begin racing up the stairs, I believe. Is that what you said? Mm-hmm. Okay. What does everybody want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna get up and run towards the cockpit.
Luna.
Yeah, while I'm rocketing the ship forward, since she hit the comms button to turn on all comms, I say, Keana's awake.
Shit.
Oh, dude, Keana is awake. Let's go see her. And she starts running up the steps.
Can I dream of a happy place?
You need to stabilize either with resolve points or you need to start dying.
You can stabilize or forever dream of a happy place.
What would you
Can I
like to
snuggle
do?
him back to life in that little garbage bin?
Snuggle him. Just kiss him.
A moment later, as Snicked and Jet begin working on you, Asander, the lights kind of and you can see his brain kind of begin floating as it should in this sort of green fluid.
Cool.
You hear... What are you doing? And you hear another shot go off. Sparks burst as Keana is firing again at Lacia.
Damn.
And she does a piss poor job of doing that. Yes. Just equally as bad with the -4 from the full attack action. That's pretty much it, guys. She's screaming. You are racing up the stairs. Luna, as you reach towards the front of the ship where the actual control deck is, you see the door open up next to you. What is going on out there? From Beetle as he's trying to gain his balance. The whole ship is rocketing up, as Domino is trying to get you up and out as authorities, having seen a random ship called the Rogue Infinity, begin trying to basically destroy another ship in dock, have already employed their own versions of control people here. So you guys...
Am I there?
Yeah, if you want to be, you and Luna will be racing up. Luna, you're first to the door.
Once she goes through, she sees everyone.
You see Keana on the ground. She's raising her pistol for another shot at Lacia. Lacia is lying on the floor. She has an enormous black burn mark where her abdomen is.
Nice.
Yeah, she's gonna shoot an 18 at Keana.
At Lacia.
Keana's EAC is 16. You connect as you fire and blast into her.
And then burning damage.
Yeah. Let me just write this down real quick. Okay. We're going to kind of do a fake initiative here. Luna, is that all you want to do?
Yeah, it's, she's gonna, and then she'll duck into, she'll push him back into the room, because he got up. Yeah, Beetle. And then she'll just kind of
shove him back as you run back past, pushing your hand to his face, as he kind of falls back here. Domino, you can see on the view screen that you are being pursued as you are getting closer and closer and closer to, like, trying to get into the upper atmosphere and eventually break free from Kranto's gravity.
Okay, I'm not a pilot and I'm not programmed for evasive maneuvers, but I lean over and my chest cavity opens up and the small scrap of metal that was inside of me sort of like and falls out and begins to and open up and become a new healing junk bot. Nope, becomes a new healing junk bot as I cast healing junk bot.
Okay.
And reaches down and scoops Lacia onto its platform.
Awesome. Jet, what are you doing as you reach the door?
I'm going to reach the door. I'm going to look over. I'm going to look down at Lacia, and I'm going to see what's going on here. And then I'm going to take out my guns. I'm going to look over and yell at Keana, or just into the room, and just say, Lacia, use the gun! And I'm trying to feign her to make Keana look over towards Lacia so I can get my pew-pew, my flat-footed.
You have it. She's literally lying on the ground at this point.
Cool beans.
So she's certainly flat-footed.
Oh, Keana, not Lacia. Oh, Kiana's on the ground?
Yes.
Oh,
she got jettisoned back.
Sorry, I thought she was standing up, like on top of her. Got it.
You said Lacia was on the ground.
They both are.
Oh. Okay.
They're both on the ground.
Everybody in the cockpit's on the ground when you come in, Luna, except for Domino.
So
she was sitting in the pilot.
I thought that, and then he confused me, and now I'm on track again.
Then I'm not gonna do that, and I'm gonna get 2 attacks. So pew pew. That sucks. But one of them's a 19, but one of them's a 1.
throw damage, buddy.
Cool.
Can you deal 6 points? Okay, never mind. You come in, you kind of say something, she looks over, and then you can see her raising the gun one more time as she's desperately trying to end Lacia's life. And she kind of seems a little surprised to see the rest of you not dead from her V2 trap. You fire into her out of just that gut instant reaction, and she drops.
If she drops, I'm gonna run over, and I'm gonna make sure she's down. I'm gonna get on top of her.
She's not breathing.
Okay, cool. And then I make sure Lacia is okay.
Okay, Bill Cosby.
Shit, just shot her. She's dead. I'm gonna make sure she's dead.
Snick.
Space Cosby.
You see a Sander kind of
make her a roofie culotta.
Come back online.
It's a sleepy culotta.
In front of you. The two of you are still in this stairwell. Bits and pieces of V2. Wiring has been blasted from the nearby panels. It's chaos here, but ultimately, where this explosion went off, it didn't damage any main functions of the ship because it kind of went off in the stairwell, which is probably one of the best places for it to go off. There's definitely several of the steps missing and twisted and torn, but ultimately the ship seems fine because of where this exploded from.
Yeah. Crap! Maneuver like that, we're going to have the heat on us in no time. Someone's got to fly this freaking ship. I head to the cockpit.
I have to say, I have the worst headache ever.
Are you alive, Asanda?
Walk it off. Come on. Put some mud on it.
We're out of initiative?
Yes, initiative is broken. You can act freely.
Luna's gonna run over to Domino, but like tiptoe running carefully with this bin in her hands, trying not to shake it. I need you to look at this. Asander needs help. Isn't that right, Asander? And then she tilts the bin towards Domino so he can see what's in it.
C-3PO.
Ooh, that's gross.
That's not very nice. Can you please help him?
No.
What do you mean no?
He's the doctor.
Yeah, but you have those little bots that like zip, 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 and they fix people.
No. That's not what they do. Can you
make one, and we'll just put Just put it on there, and maybe they'll be able to fix
Opens
it.
his chest again, and it appears again. There's another one that he summons.
She dumps the brain gently out.
Now what?
Snicked, do you think we could put his brain, inside of your robot friend?
What?
Maybe give him a new body.
Scrappy is trashed, and there's no way I'm riding around with the doctor all the time. I like the doc. He's all right.
I
But
just
he's
meant
all
until
about the probing. And I'm not going to ride around with him and have him near my backside.
Where's his body?
I'll show you, and
And
she'll.
the stairwell that's been trashed.
Snick, take the wheel. And he gets up and goes to find his
Cody,
body.
while that is going on, I want to use the med patch on Lacia, and what it does is it gives me a +10 circumstance roll to anything medicine related. I just want to stabilize her and make sure her wound isn't going to kill her.
Okay. You can do that pretty easily with
Cool.
the junk bot and the circumstance bonus. Give me a roll.
I'm going to roll. Hopefully I don't get a 1. I don't have anything in this. That's a 29.
Pretty good. You are able to kind of stabilize Lacia here a bit. It takes a moment, but eventually she kind of comes out of unconsciousness. She's
you all right?
immediately grabbing her chest. I always knew that bitch was crazy.
Yeah, thank God. We all thought she was crazy too. She was Anyways, I'm gonna sit her up and put her in one of the chairs that I assume is in the cockpit area.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna say I gotta go fix out Asanda because I think he is just a brain. So I'll be back, and I'm gonna join everybody else on the Asander escapade.
Just for the record, because I'm seeing a note here from Lauren.
We don't know what we're doing.
I have no idea how to fix Assander. His brain is not actually out of the jar. The half face that you saw was V2's face.
Yeah.
So Sanders is still in his body.
No, she took
My
it out.
impression was she
No, she
extracted
took it
the
out.
brain.
No, she took it out.
You took out Assander's brain?
She panicked!
I did not.
It wasn't broken. You went in, broke it, and pulled it out.
Well,
Fine,
guys,
is there
it's
a
been
way
fun
to
having you on the
dispatch
show,
it from
buddy.
the rest of the body so she's running around with the jar?
Yeah, you just heard the jar.
Great, she's running around with the jar.
Sure.
Wait. You know when you have the fucking
That
water?
is not what the DM heard at
You're gonna take
He's
all.
a magic 8-ball.
That is not what the DM heard at all. I will
Sandra, are you
apologize.
okay? Give me the answer!
He's a water cooler.
Oh no, he's been
Try
shot.
again later, no!
Oh no, this patient, he's been shot in his leg. Quick, pull his heart out.
I'm looking at
This will
chat.
save
and-
them. Let's go.
Oh my god, I think
I
we're gonna
didn't kill
the
his sister! I thought you said it was cracked.
Right.
No, it was no. Yeah, okay, great. You have a Sanders head. It has goop, and it has a sort of mechanical gooey spine from the jar that needs to be reinserted into his body.
Cody, click the link.
I'm not clicking any links.
Michael put a picture of that water cooler.
It's a water cooler.
I run upstairs and I have their uniform on that they wear when they swap out the tanks.
I didn't realize that you had taken his head. I would probably have ruled that would be a little bit more difficult to pop out than a water jug. But sure, you have a Sanders head.
Tags his entire body then.
Okay, you have drug a Sander upstairs by his brain jar and spine. It looks something like out of the end of a fatality in Mortal Kombat at the moment.
Oh God. Oh no.
Snicked, knowing that now, do you are you bringing the rest of Assander's body up with you when you come upstairs?
No, it's heavy. I'm a little rat guy.
Assander, I'm going to need you to spend another resolve point not to die.
No. So we're running to him right now, right? Because that's what she said. She had the jar and she said, "Please help, Domino." So
Yeah, I
I'm
brought him
running
upstairs.
to Assander, and I can fix a sander. I just can't fix actual people. So
Nice.
I'm going to just spend the next forever casting Mending, which restores 1d4 hit points to constructs, which is what us androids are. So I'm going to just continuously like zzz, 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 on Asander until he's fixed.
Asander, what are you dreaming about while all this is happening?
He's a goldfish.
Earthquakes.
Dreaming that I'm back at the research station that I was on originally when I was a human. And I keep walking down a corridor and coming across this water cooler, which is leaking fluid all over the floor. And as much as I try to stop it from leaking, it just rushes out on all sides. And when I look up, I see Lahuna standing there in a very tight little office miniskirt, laughing wildly while stabbing more holes into the water drum itself. And in the far corner, Snicked is playing a banjo. I don't know why.
That's accurate.
Oh, you know why. Those backwater space rats.
You fix Asander. I know I should have a cool description for this, but ultimately you do exactly the way you described it, of zit, 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 whatever that sound is. And then eventually, Asander, you begin to be pulled out of this dream. The banjo music begins fading away as you eventually, your optics begin to come online and focus onto Domino's face, who is standing over you. And even though his face doesn't actually emote, you're getting a huge sense of terror coming from him and uncertainty. If he could be frowning, that's what you imagine it would look like with the light rings around his face.
And you quickly realize why as you attempt to move and you are backwards.
Domino,
Yes, Doctor?
I think something is wrong.
All right, guys, did you fix Asander?
Well, you see that there's no face
Lacey's okay.
on the jar?
Yes, but it's backwards.
The arm joints are supposed to move forward in order to pull something in front of you.
It's a jaw. How can it be backwards?
It
I don't.
Float around to the other side.
I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Damn it, Jet! I'm not a doctor.
Well, okay, fix it. Beetle, are you okay?
Jet, I was about to ask, are you still in the cockpit? Are you driving?
I'm running around the ship making sure everybody's okay. No,
So neat. Who is piloting?
that's what I say. I go and I look around.
I am.
Wait, who's piloting?
Domino told Stick to take the wheel.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Snicked. You hear on the comms, and you can see on your viewport here, or in front of your viewport with your basically your TV inside your cockpit. Rogue Infinity, please desist all engine activity. This is the port of Kranto. We will be boarding your ship in T-1 minute. Please desist all engine activity, or we will be forced to disable your vehicle.
So, do we have weapons? We got weapons.
You do have guns on the ship.
Question.
You do.
So
have guns on the
I'm
ship.
going to cease the activity as they requested, right? And so if are they boarding us like they're going to like pull up alongside us and board, or what is the typical procedure?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so I will do that and wait for them to begin. But just before they get to the point where they can like grapple ships, I want to reverse thrusters so we drop under them with the nose up and just totally open fire.
Okay.
We are wanted on 23 different systems for multiple murders.
Here's how I'm going to rule this,
We're already wanted.
because technically you would be piloting while somebody else would be operating the weapons systems.
Ooh, can I do that?
Yeah, that's a Luna job.
Luna, you could certainly do that. All right, so here's
It's the noise she makes and then heads over like this.
I know that Starfinder has its own space combat system, but we're not going to delve into that tonight. Instead, what I'm going to have you do, Luna, is I'm going to have you give me I believe it is it's not piloting for you. I believe it's actually I want to say that it's an engineering check.
Oh man.
Give me an engineering check, and Snicked, give me a piloting check.
Yikes.
Buddy Luna, we're going to use the old Trojan horse.
Also, I want to get one thing from you as well, in addition to this piloting. So you have the piloting skill to do this, to pull off this maneuver. But I need you to give me a good old-fashioned bluff check, Snicked, as you pilot this, so that they feel like you are actually doing as they say.
That's a 7, because I rolled a 7.
Okay, so here's what happens.
Oh boy.
Snicked, as you get ready, you're waiting to see the whites of their eyes, so to speak. And as they pull up behind you, 2 of these vessels come, and you can see the third, much, much larger ship coming in. These are ships designed to basically take or capture, or they have much bigger and heavier weapons systems. This is more of a militaristic type vehicle than it is like a police vehicle. As you see them pulling up, this third ship that comes in, this militaristic ship comes in, you get spooked. And you pull off too early for them to really truly bite. As you do this, Luna, you are taking your shots. Your shots are good. As they blast into one of the smaller vessels, and you can see it immediately begin to pull off as the second one pulls off, and the military vehicle begins ramping up its speed in order to catch you. As Snick nose dives down, that begins to pull up as though to take off. Give me 3 piloting checks, please, Snicked.
What could go wrong?
I have faith in somewhat in you.
1.
Literally a 1.
1. That is a 1.
Earlings, I just want to tell the crew, good luck. We're all counting on you. We appreciate that, buddy. That's a sucky roll. Give me another one.
Yeah, I don't know about Pathfinder, but D&D skill checks, ones are automatic fails. That's a 32.
Much better. All right, buddy. Give me the next roll.
We just got this thing fixed.
And a 25.
Okay.
It's not my fault this time.
We just fixed it.
15, 32, 25. Hey, if you average them, it's pretty good.
You begin rifling through several of these satellites and additional ships that are coming in, and you basically end up taking your ship through the oncoming landing lanes that people use to basically come into Cranto. It works much like an airport, with everybody working in unison. However, the Rogue Infinity is going a bit rogue at the moment, as it begins basically jetting into oncoming traffic that are coming into Cranto. You ding! And you can hear a sharp ripping noise as you connect with a large cargo freighter that says Abacorp on the side of it.
Oops.
And you can feel for a moment like your engines are about to fail. Whoa, 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 whoa. You get that second burst of speed, and you begin cutting in and out and cutting through to the backside of the oncoming traffic. At this point, you can see vehicles beginning to pull off, getting notifications that there is a lunatic or terrorist or something crazy happening coming in their direction. These ships basically begin to slowly pull up and out of your way, but not before you create quite a bit of distance between you and the much larger ship, who has a lot more difficulty in following behind you at a certain pace. For a brief moment, you have space. At this point, you probably need to make a jump or create some other distance or turn around and directly engage the ship.
Totally dropping into the drift.
All right.
All right, it's time to get the drift out of here.
Give me another piloting check as you're trying to do this and then make your drift jump.
That's another 32.
Another 32. In a matter of moments, all of you can feel the ship bursting into a higher form of speed and then eventually breaking into the plane of the drift.
Whew.
Track, why didn't someone tell me there was a third ship? I would have never tried that if there was a third ship. No one tried that with 3 ships. 2 ships, sure, no problem. Trojan horse every time. But 3, no, never 3. 3, you go straight to the Valkyrie.
I think I can fix this.
Oh, that feels so much better. Oh.
I am the doctor now.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah, I just checked. Everybody's fine. I'm gonna head.
Me too. Not feeling so good.
Oh yeah, V2 exploded. Nice work, guys.
Luna's talking to herself in the corner.
Anyways, hey, can we get rid of some space trash?
Are you talking about V2?
No, I'm pretty sure he's gone. I was talking about Keana. I just want to throw her outside.
Yes.
Space.
Fracking space that bitch.
I'm going to go over and I'm going to go to our airlock. I'm going to put her body in it and I'm going to push the button. And as soon as I let her go, I just go find some stars, Starfinder. I go back to the cockpit and I get
Luna turns around.
The internal
That's
comms
not
are
cool,
on.
dude.
There she goes.
As she drifts off.
The internal comms are on, and that was a terrible joke.
Shut up, Domino. You're not as cool as me. I walk back.
Where is Luna?
Luna goes back downstairs and starts rifling through V2's stuff.
Yeah, while you're back there with him, make sure you get all the good parts. I'm going to have to fix scrap heap.
She's still mumbling to herself. She's just picking through parts and...
As a reminder here, there's plenty of metal in V2's body that, I mean, it's a lot of it, frankly, probably needs to just be melted down because it's so fragmented and reformed. But androids are not completely, cybernetic. They also have organic materials. And so in the midst of the core of his body, you can tell there was quite a bit of organic material there, with his guts and organs, and even his heart was made of organic tissues.
I want to check on Lacia.
The grossest thing about Domino is that the spell fabricates scrap, which is one bulk of inner matter can be made into scrap, which means I can just take all of V2 and put it in my chest cavity, then I wally out a cube that is usable to repair scrap heap, and I just continuously...
Are you trying to do that?
Yeah, I'll walk over as soon as Snick is yelling about make sure there's enough parts for scrap heap. I walk over and I just start collecting it, and you see
as soon as you try to, Luna pulls a gun on you, and I wouldn't do that, bro.
Are you mad that this is your boyfriend?
How do I politely say, step the fuck off, bro? And she nudges him back with her rifle, back up the steps.
Luna.
Luna's mad about her boyfriend, and he starts to go back up the steps.
Oh, frack, that's gross.
He sure was my boyfriend. You should back off. And she pushes him again, and then she goes over and sits back down next to him.
Wait a minute, your boyfriend, is that why you wouldn't stab him?
No answer.
I'm going to go over to Luna. I'm going to get kind of close. V2.
Is
Thank
dead,
you.
you're correct.
No.
She puts her rifle away.
Why'd you almost just shoot Domino?
I wonder how much material we could get from him to make...
Hey, Luna. Hey, what happened? That wasn't you, was it?
It was just rude. You know, you don't just do that. He just died.
Hey guys. Oh, let's have no. You stay there and you just man that gun.
Okay. She'll go back up and she's downstairs, so she'll go back up and man the gun.
I'm gonna get everybody else if I can. I'm gonna huddle up. Like we're not using comms. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. All right, guys. I think Luna's possessed by the spirit of V2 or something weird android stuff. But I like ghosts better because Luna never says, "Step the fuck off, bro." It is not a Luna line. That's like a V2 line.
That's true. She's
I can hear him saying, he's like, "Yeah, step the fuck off, bro." Like something like that. I don't know.
Isn't that just because of her exposure on Cranto to all of their vernacular?
Well, why would she get so upset and then forget that she did the thing to Domino? Sounds like
Hearts,
sounds like she's crazy.
Can Luna be at the top of the stairs listening to this whole thing?
Uh-oh.
If you want to be, I will say that yes, you are.
She's not being sneaky. She's just at the top on the railing like this behind Jet, I feel like.
Obviously he was trying to whisper, but if you want to make it so that you kind of crept back over, give me a simple stealth check. Yeah, you're good.
So I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do about that.
Well,
Seems bad.
considering that Keana had a memory implant attached to...
Did Keana have the memory implant as well?
I beg your pardon?
Did Keana have the memory implant as well?
I could have checked her body to see if there was one.
Well, she's in space now.
Which I think is a fair result for what she tried to do and manipulate everyone to do. Captain, this is more of Snicked and Domino's area of expertise in terms of Luna's situation.
Yeah, I know. I'm just scared. I don't want Luna to
Domino, what do you think?
by parasitic... What? How long have you been there?
Domino,
Never
I'm
mind.
sorry. What are we talking about?
you didn't just hear what the captain was talking about?
No, I tuned him out.
I don't blame you. It was boring. I can give you a recap if you want.
Oh, please.
Oh, Luna, bad. V2 inside of Luna, but not like that. Luna is over here trying to man the guns and mind her own business. But maybe we should shove her out the airlock or blow her up like we did with V2.
That's not what I said. I did not say that.
I'm ad-libbing.
Is there a check that I can make to see if this sounds like the regular Luna or not? Would it be a medicine or a perception or...
I'm going to call this a role play. I'm going to call this a role play. I'm going to call this a Guy Sclanders check.
Role play in my role-playing game.
Guy,
Get that out of
you
here.
tell me what a Sander thinks based off of the conversations with Luna.
If you don't mind, Captain, I'm going to go and check on Lacia.
Okay, go ahead. Snicked, you can go if you don't care.
Oh, I was following the ship.
He was never there.
He was never there.
Damn it, he never
Turn around to say that and realize he's not there.
Yeah, it's just Scrappy.
You're like 1, 2.
Scrappy.
It's Scrappy with one of Snick's hats or something on.
Well, I keep sending Scrappy every time I call the meeting.
I wanted to check Domino message.
It's been about 30 minutes. I'm gonna go make scrap out of V2 now. And he starts to go back down.
Is nobody concerned about this? I'm the only one.
I'm going to send an email to myself because I know that Domino reads my emails.
Perfect.
And in it, I'm going to ask Domino to see if he can determine whether the captain's fear that Luna has been taken over by V2 is correct or not. It's cybernetics, which is beyond my realm of expertise, but...
You know
perhaps
that
if
an
he-
android, what makes an android is not its hard
Yes.
drives or memory space or even its organs. It's the fact that the android body attracts a soul to it. which is ultimately how androids reproduce here in Starfinder, is they basically release their soul after 100 or so years, and another soul is attracted to the android body, and they come online, if you will. You know two things. That souls must be attracted to a body, or have a host or something to attach to. And two, that... actually, you may not know this, so Luna, what do people know about you? I believe it was common knowledge at this point. I believe you had told V2 that you were a little older than normal.
Yeah. They would know that she is a bounty hunter. They would know that she has a very wealthy person that employs her. They don't know who it is necessarily, but they know it's, someone who probably does illicit dealings.
Are they clued into
really questions.
Are they clued into your current age?
Yes, only because whoever was with me when I talked to V2 about him being a child and it never working out, which was only Snicked, I think.
Okay. So you know one thing, Asander, that souls need a body to attach to. But it has nothing to do with the cybernetics.
Yes, because Domino's a true android, and I'm a constructed one, I will ask Domino if he thinks it's possible that one soul might be able to replace another in the transference process or cohabit the same form. And then I'll send the email and go and find Lacey.
Domino waits a few minutes as he sees Luna is not stopping him from scrapping pieces of V2. And he puts them inside of his chest and then stands up as it's like easy bake ovening, ding, 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 ding. And he walks to the med bay and then and he opens the door.
As you walk into the med bay, you see Beetle reading off a list, a very, very long list to Lacia. All of the things that she is going to pay him back for after asking him for a little bit of help with the Rogue Infinity crew out in Haven Shield.
Oh, you're still here.
Right, I'm getting paid.
Doctor. What?
I'm gonna get paid. And then you're gonna pay me for a new ion blaster, and then I'm gonna get a plasma converter, all right? I had like 3 of those.
Domino tunes his frequency out.
My patient needs rest, Mr. Beetle. Please leave. You'll be recompensed for everything that has been lost to you, I'm sure. Yes, Domino.
No, you can just call my name and I'll just come talk to you.
I wanted it to look as if you came to me rather than anything untoward. The captain is very nervous about the situation.
Oh, that's him nervous. Okay. Cody, can I
get this way about crew members?
Oh, I thought he was just excitable. Cody, is that just knowledge, or can I roll some kind of engineering or mysticism to know if that's possible?
If
that
two souls,
like how the two souls, either two souls or how quick the transference process happens?
You have never heard of two souls inhabiting one body, nor have you ever heard of a soul like kicking another soul out of its body. A body has to be released by one soul before another soul can take it.
What if the android just straight up dies? How quick is the transference process? Do I know that?
When it dies, its soul is released from the body.
Right. But I'm saying is, how long does the process take? Is that like a known android thing? So, like, if an android dies,
I would say that it varies. Sometimes bodies can go years, and sometimes bodies can be basically claimed almost instantaneously.
Okay, cool. In that case, he turns to the doctor and says, I don't think it's possible that V2 kicked her out, but if she died in the blast, then he could have jumped in.
That seems awfully unlikely. Luna was quite a strong individual, and if that blast didn't kill me, it wouldn't have killed her. Perhaps the captain is simply overreacting. Did you feel that her response to you was out of character?
I mean, she's never called me bro before. or even said the word dude. Hold on. And you see like the lights change on his face as if he's like rewinding. No. She's never said bro or dude. Ever.
Then perhaps we should simply observe. Do you think that you could test Luna? You two are the most similar aboard the vessel. I think the captain's overreacting, but given the fact that there was such manipulation going on of those that were the nearest and closest to us, I don't want to leave anything open, especially since we are so close to this end of this whole thing.
What about this? He goes over to like the view panel on the wall, and he just starts like and punches a bunch of things in, and now all of the hidden video feeds that are all over the ship just come to your panel. There, now you can watch her.
Are you aware, Domino, it is illegal to have cameras in the actual restrooms?
You signed a contract.
As this is happening, Snicked, you're piloting the ship out here in the drift. You haven't told me where you're going. Where are you jumping to?
That is a very good question. Do we have a destination we were headed to, or were we just fleeing? Right? Isn't that what we got from the hotel?
Well, I can find out where we can go by talking to Lacia.
To be fair, Snake, you've been fleeing the whole time.
That's true. Hey, where you want to go? I was just trying to get off world.
Snicked, as you're saying this, as you can see here, you've had a absolute dynamite roll on your perception check. You realize the ship has been rerouted in the midst of the drift. And has a new location. Based off of the current trajectory, it's going to take you out into empty space. There's not like a planet where you're looking to come out, or a system where you're looking to come out.
Well, let me find out. I can give us a destination to go to.
Hey, did one of you guys change the coordinates when I wasn't looking?
No. Wait, why? What's going on?
No reason.
Anyways, Lacia, I think we've finally got a moment to speak, right?
Yeah, Jet. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's really good to see you too. I'm glad you're not dead. Also,
same.
Really glad you weren't working for the Starfinders. That's the win. We thought you
they weren't all bad, Jet. I mean, they helped me quite a bit. I mean, Keana's fucking psycho, but the rest of them were...
Actually, yeah, that was actually more it. I really liked V2.
I never met him.
It was nice. He's funny. But yeah, Keana was crazy weird. Anyways, yeah, it's been a while since we've seen you, and I'm glad you're all right. But I think you know what I'm about to ask you.
You see her kind of pause and like almost brace for the question.
Where's Oasis?
Well, I was hoping that you would have the last coordinate.
We do. We went and got it.
Great. Who has the package?
Hey guys, who has the really important thing?
Luna.
Okay.
Luna's got it.
Cool. Luna
Hopefully
has it.
it didn't get damaged in the explosion.
I hope it didn't either. Let's go find out.
Luna is just
shooting
making noises. No, making noises.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't want to waste ammo.
Luna.
Yes.
Hey, what was that? Anyways, do you have the thing, the coordinates?
Oh, I never opened it. Yes.
Yeah.
Give me 1 moment, please.
Perhaps you should just bring it to medical. That way Lacia can open it, since it is hers, after all.
Yes.
No, you're right. I just risked my life for it. But that's fine.
Hey, why don't you bring
Hands
it to
up
the
and heads to
pilot, the one that's actually going to fly us there? No, let's take it to the med bay so they can look at it.
She goes to the med bay and puts it on.
You hear Lacia like she's gone over to the side in the med bay and like hit one of the intercom buttons. Can someone please get me a communication device? I'm tired of being left out of the loop here.
Why don't you ask your psycho girlfriend? Oh, that's right. She got fracking spaced.
If she was under mind control, I don't think that's necessarily an appropriate statement.
I go get Lisa a spare calm.
Mind control before we spaced her or not.
As you guys walk into the med bay, you see her staring down at Brashul.
Oh yeah, this is Brashul. She's from the planet that we got the stuff from.
Gresh.
Yeah, Gresh. She's really weird. And now she's like a space knowledge person thing who is also like a... Lacia, we found this place full of terraspheres and this person.
Hey, B. Show her the space squid.
Let's just get the final.
Do you have any more peanut butter?
Did you eat all the peanut butter?
Well, I did find this powder.
What?
It was good.
What
You
powder?
just add a little water to it, and it was like instant peanut butter. It wasn't as good as the other stuff, though.
No. What powder?
That was the powder for
jar
your
labeled not drugs?
It's not drugs. She legitimately has found some of your extra foodstuffs. You guys have powdered foods that can be
Got it.
rehydrated.
Good.
She's
Yeah,
a
the
baby
powdered
powder,
food.
got it.
Eat the powdered food. Just don't go into Jet's room, and if you find any powder, it's not yours. Don't eat it. Don't mix with water. Don't.
And definitely don't look under the mattress.
And definitely don't look under. Wait, don't. Have you been under my mattress?
No. He looks to the screen that has all the cameras and he boop hits a button and it's 1995's Pipes. Just starts playing.
Domino, we need to have a serious talk about your invasion of privacy among all the members of the crew.
Apparently we signed a contract.
Anyways, I am a sec. Totally a sec. Yeah. And you see Brushul begin to grow. And
Yep, she's gonna do the weird
She
thing.
turns into a squid, and you can see Lacia kind of like, I have so many questions. I can't believe it. I was right.
What is
I
this?
was right the whole time. I was right. Assander, I was right. I knew it. Wait a minute. If I was right about that, then I have questions for you.
Perhaps the coordinates first, so we might set a destination.
Yeah, we need to go. We can't just float in space.
She begins rifling off coordinates, minus the last coordinate that you guys have retrieved.
Oh, and get our coordinate.
Snake, you are hearing these come over the comm, and it's like you are... It's like you have the lottery numbers before they've been drawn. Every time a coordinate is called out by Lacia, you can see that it's one of the coordinates in the direction you are currently heading. She calls out
Guys,
the
I got some
second
good
one.
news and some bad news.
Okay.
I've been currently working on a little bit of a situation up here. But these coordinates are already plugged in. I already got them, and I don't know who put them there.
What?
Oh, yo, maybe it was your friend that you fracking spaced. Maybe she did it.
Wait. Snicked, are you saying that the coordinates were already in the ship before you put them in?
Yeah. Hey, Domino, why don't you go through your movies and see if you can't find it?
Lacia, you didn't have the final piece to it. You couldn't have put that in.
It wasn't me. I didn't have the final piece.
Brashul, was it you?
Brishel kind of turns and then looks back over at Lacia. It was me.
You knew the whole time.
No. More things have been coming back to me. But we still needed this. And she reaches her hand out and grabs the package. as she holds up this a basic box that Lacey had originally put it in. She kind of tears open one side and the other, and she begins kind of peeling it down. And from this square box, a single, it almost looks like a polished piece of chrome, like a little orb, sits in her hand. Or her tentacle.
Nice.
We always needed this.
The key.
Without this, the coordinates would mean nothing. And yes, I believe you finally know what Oasis really is, don't you? That couldn't be, though. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a paradise. It's supposed to be where you got terathum spheres. It can't be. It is. It is exactly what you think it is.
Hi,
What
can
think
you
it is?
sit back down, please?
Lacey kind of sits and slumps down on the med table that she was laid out on. And she looks over at you, Domino and Jet and Asander. It's a weapon.
A weapon?
Well, it can create solar systems, Captain. It's not a far stretch to assume that it can destroy them as well.
No, it's not. It doesn't just destroy. It is a Leviathan. And she goes back over to the Oasis symbol. And she begins drawing it out. This is the symbol we've always seen.
Spiral.
No, the circle. And she begins adding the additional lines. But this, and she draws that sort of squid-like snake into the center, that crescent moon. This is what Oasis really is. We were always told that it was a paradise, because that's what the sect wanted us to believe. It's a Leviathan.
What's a Leviathan?
Sect turns over and reaches her hand out to you. Like her squid-like arm. Unless you pull away, she begins to emit images into your head. You see a large, almost pill bug-like ship that is curled and wrapped, kind of like a scorpion tail on the end, as it begins kind of hovering through into a star system. This ship is so massive that the moment it enters into a star system, you can see the gravitational pull from several of the planets and even the system's star begin to be pulled out of alignment briefly, before you see a series of rays fire off and shoot into 1, 2, 3, 4. As it begins to eradicate. And then you can see with the explosions and dust and remains begins pulling them back into the ship as though it has harvested an entire star system. You see pictures of thousands of sec. 10,000, 100,000 images of art and beauty and wonder and merriment as they begin destroying system after system. Eventually, images of war between the sec are shown to you. You actually see one Leviathan firing onto another one. Psychic screams split your head as all of this is relayed to you.
Captain, what's happening?
That's what that is. What
What, Captain?
What does he use the solar systems for? What is it? What does it take any of it? It's a weapon. It destroys, and then it takes it and it like repurposes it for something. Is that how you make a terathum sphere? You destroy a solar system and make a new one.
Yes.
Captain, Lacia, Domino, perhaps we should...
But wait!
Right.
Wait! You don't understand. I'm not going to activate the Leviathan. I am going to destroy it, as I should have done, and the rest of my council members years ago. And you see her quickly reach up and tag Jet again. And Jet, you begin to see an image of the last Leviathan. You can see people boarding onto this enormous ship and being put into a sort of cryostasis. You see a secret council meeting with Ogno and several other sec talking about and arguing about a betrayal. You can hear them come to an agreement that they are to betray their own race and not reactivate them on the last Leviathan, and instead to bury away the secrets. And then you see something that you can feel Ogno's pain with. You see a young Ogno playing with several of these Grethians, these small fox people, but they don't have a bluish tint to their fur. Instead, they have a bright orangey red. And you can see Ogno hearing the news that Greth is set to be harvested, as she and her family pack up to leave to head back to one of the large Leviathan motherships. You see Ogno going back with a terathum sphere and her own smaller vessel set to hide away the secret location of this last Leviathan, but instead choosing to spend one of her 3 terathum spheres to recreate the Grethian star system. You can see her walking on the planet and molding, almost out of, like, though it's clay, with her hands, even though she's not touching it, the first few Greths that have been recreated. And you see the joy in her face as she turns them from a bright red into a blue. And you know that she did that because looking at them with that bright red fur hurt her too much. And all of this is relayed to you at light speed, just rifling through these memories and thoughts.
Can we have a conference meeting, just the 6 of us?
Yeah. Snicked.
Probably in the cockpit.
Ship on autopilot or something. Yeah, let's go into the cockpit.
You want me to put on autopilot, or are you guys coming up here?
We'll come up there. Just stay there. I'm gonna lead everybody up there.
As you go to leave, you hear Sek say, "Please, it must be destroyed. It cannot fall into the hands of someone who would abuse it or reactivate it. The Sek would destroy everything you know and love. My people must be killed once and for all."
Yeah. I'm gonna make my way up to the cockpit.
Amanda, can you make sure that we're not being listened in? Is there a way to make sure that that tentacle horror cannot hear us?
That's my friend.
Yes.
He goes over to the panel and beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, and shuts down all the cameras and the sound equipment.
All right. So I think we all need to be unanimous in this decision. I didn't think we were getting ourselves into something so catastrophic as this. I hate to put it on our shoulders in order to get it done. We were just supposed to get paid. We weren't supposed to, be saving the universe and all that kind of stuff. Because, we're not bloody Starfinders. But in any case, this Oasis...
It sounds like we can get a really sweet ride out of this.
Yeah, they want to destroy it. It's a Leviathan. It's massive.
Yeah, I know. You told me. So, yeah, why don't we just take it?
I'm not going to take it.
Why not?
Because it's not worth it. If it was a small little ship with a giant gun on it that could maybe destroy chunks of planets, yeah, sure, maybe get rid of it. We'll never see it again. There's so many things, but this thing destroys solar systems. One day it may just come back and kill us. Like, this isn't just some gun. It's the end of all life on its own. And I don't want to get into the specifics of it, but I think we should just let it go deal with it. If we take it, it's going to be so much worse for everyone. I don't know.
Can you for a moment just assume that Brushul is not your friend? So look at this from a purely logical perspective so that we might examine all angles.
Find the last one. Take it. Destroy the rest of the solar systems. Build another Terrathum sphere for children.
That's what I'm worried about, Captain. If you think about it,
possible.
She used the Terrathum spheres that she had to keep the first little system that she created alive, but I think she stranded herself on that planet. And now we might just be taking the mistress of the universe-ending starship back to her starship.
I don't think that sec reproduce asexually, or else she would have done it already.
Maybe she's not in the mood. You ever think of that?
No, what I'm saying is I think she was stranded on the planet. She couldn't get off the planet, otherwise she could have just gone and found all these things on her own. It would have been a lot easier for her than it would have been for us to do it.
So you think that if she goes back to the ship, then she'll start destroying things again?
And recreate them in her own way, if she so chooses. If that's what you mean, Captain, when you say it can destroy and make new ones.
Wasn't there a split between the sec factions?
It doesn't matter. They're all dead.
Right. But if there's a split, that means that one side didn't like what the other side was doing. What if she's on the good side?
Lacia, in all of your research, did you come across anything that referenced a split? I mean, this might all just be fabrication on behalf of Brushul, just to get us to get her there.
We did come across several totems. These are things that I found gathering the other coordinates. There were no other sec alive, but there were drawings and information there, things that I gathered. Their systems are impervious to hacking, at least for someone of my skill, but I did manage to collect all the other coordinates at the other locations. I don't know what to believe, but I did think there was a chance it could be a Leviathan. I didn't think it was true. I thought this was the mother lode for Terrathum spheres. I had no idea that they harvested.
There may be Terrathum spheres on it, maybe got used, and we can take a few of those in order to get paid, which would be great. But that thing can't exist. And it's been thrown into our lap to take care of. We're the first fucking people to ever be the saviors of the universe. Because the first, response we got was Snake wanting to take it, which is fine. It's understandable, but at the same time...
Yeah, but, they're going to remake the galaxy, and solar systems, and we're wanted in a bunch of them. Maybe they can remake them and we're not wanted. I mean, I think we just added another one.
Yeah, but also genocide.
If the ship is powered by the Terrathum spheres, then taking them would make the ship non-functional.
But now, until someone develops a new form of power system, and then they have the ship capable of destroying the universe.
I think we should 100% not trust her whatsoever. And we should act as if she has the intention to take it, because we cannot be certain. She showed me visions of it. It's catastrophic, and we can't let it happen. But
I think it can really be.
it's a lot of lives, Snicked. It's a lot of people.
No. We spent most of our lives together on this small ship, but a ship of that size would require a massive crew to pilot.
Yeah, I don't want to take it. If there's Tertham spheres aboard, I do want to take those.
You misunderstand. It takes a massive crew to pilot. She can.
Don't worry. We can swing back by my homeworld. I'll grab half my cousins, and we'll be fine.
But even if Grashul wants it to do it, she can't.
Sorry, Domino, your voice box is breaking again. What'd you say?
She couldn't take it. There's only one of her.
What if she's got, like, space tentacle stuff? She can, like, control it, like, remotely. I don't know.
Luna, what do you think about all of this? You've been very quiet.
She's blankly staring.
Luna?
Yes.
Luna, what's wrong?
I think that the world's going to end no matter what. And when I mean the world, I mean every world. Whatever you guys decide is fine. I was just sending a message to my boss because he should know that the target is not in Oasis.
Who's your boss?
What?
Who's your boss?
And what target?
I had a target that I was supposed. I told you guys this.
What are you talking
A
about?
target, a bounty that I was supposed to take in Oasis. There is no Oasis. It's just a weapon. So I am reporting into my boss. He doesn't care about the weapon. He wants the target.
Who's the target?
I find out when I get there.
That's important. If there's somebody who thinks there's a target on Oasis, that
He couldn't find them in any other system. So clearly, Oasis was the last thing they spoke about. And there is no Oasis.
unless Oasis is already being piloted and the Leviathan already has people on it, and Miss Brashul, whatever, is going to show up and just be like, "Oh, I'm home, haha, thanks, Rogue Infinity, pew pew boom," and they get sucked in and become 1/8 of a terrasphere, 1/100th.
No, if we're in their ship, then we'll be fine.
It sucks planets, Nick. It's gonna suck a ship.
How does one suck a ship?
Okay. So, plan of action. We don't take our eyes off of her because she may just try to steal it back. And if there's people on that thing, then that can be really, really, really bad. It may not be abandoned, meaning that there might be people there that Luna has to kill. So,
how did she access
there,
our? Sorry,
what?
Captain. How did she access our navigational systems that she could change course?
I don't know, and that's concerning.
Snicked?
I don't know. I asked Domino to look through the feeds and see if he could find anything.
Domino?
You're muted again, Domino. Turn your voice box on.
I'm sorry, well, what?
How did Brashul manage to change the coordinates of our ship whilst we were in flight?
Did I see anything, Cody, on the vid screens?
No, but if you want to rewind it, you can.
Okay. I rewind it.
You see her having mastered her ability to shapeshift. And you see her shapeshifting into a much, much, much smaller, almost insect-like creature as she heads up through the vents in the med bay, down into the vents in the the commanding deck, and then behind Snicked as he's piloting all of this, you see her pop up, change the coordinates, pop back over and back into the med bay.
Yes. She got real tiny.
That's not good. Okay, then we need to be very careful. Or we just destroy the coordinates, which I'm not in favor of, because there might be Tertham spheres, and those things can make us rich.
It seems like we are split Captain.
Yeah, because we've been doing all this work, everything, and I don't want it to lead to nothing.
What if we just let it happen and see how it plays out?
Because I care about the universe.
Yeah, but it might be okay.
What do you mean?
Maybe she's lying.
Yeah, that's bad. If she's lying, it's bad.
Lying that it's bad.
Yeah. She's saying she wants to go destroy it. We're saying, maybe you want to control it and go... That was the sound of it sucking in.
But we won't know until we go look.
I know. I'm just being paranoid, I guess. All right.
How do you kill an elder space being anyway?
I don't know. Blow it up from the inside, I guess. We're going to have to land on it anyways. I don't think we can just destroy it without puny little guns. Let's get close to it.
Fly the rogue infinity into a star. If we flew into a neutron star, the gravity would keep everything and all the data strapped quite firmly to the surface of the planet.
You want to fly a ship into a star?
Well, it would certainly be one way of destroying the key and all of the coordinates, and unless Brashul has the ability to resist a tremendous amount of gravitational pull that a neutron star exerts, it would be unlikely that anyone would be able to retrieve the information, since it would be spread out at about a nanometer in thickness across the surface of the star.
Yeah.
Doc, I thought, the captain usually came up with wacky, stupid plans, but that one is the worst. We're on this ship.
And we have the coordinates. That means we pose a threat to the entire universe. If any one of us gets captured...
The doors open and close behind you as Lacey steps in.
Oh, you weren't here?
Don't have
We're going, right? Asander, it's my life's work. We have to go.
Yeah, Lacey, it's incredibly dangerous.
Your boyfriend in a jar there wants to fly us into a star and murder us all.
No, he
Wait.
doesn't.
And I oppose this plan, for one.
Wait.
Scrap also opposes
Domino?
this plan.
Do we still have the Skyhook ship?
No.
No. We never did.
Damn it. Okay, then yeah, terrible idea. I mean, if we were going to go out like martyrs and, just destroy everything, then woohoo. But I want to live.
Asander, sweetheart, as she comes up and takes your hands, we are not flying into a star. We're going to go to Oasis and see what I've spent my entire life searching for. And it's going to be great. And if it's a bunch of creepy aliens, we'll just kill them all or something. I don't know. But we're going to go, okay? We're not flying into a star. And she kind of taps your little face.
Lacey, tell him we can get a really sweet ride out of this. No one will mess with us ever again.
Do you know how much energy can be created by a terathum sphere? I mean, you're not even thinking, Asander. If it can create worlds... And she lingers on your body. What else could it give us back?
I'm in love with your body.
If you think sacrificing the entire universe is worth repayment for the work that you have put in, or to even restore my body, then you are a very different Lacey to the one that I met.
Everything is going to be fine, Asander. Okay? Ogno just showed me what she showed you, Jet.
Yeah, what if Ogno's lying?
I don't think she is.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't think anybody would. They were that desperate. It'd make
We
an
have
attempt.
to go, damn it, please!
We're going
Jet,
to go. We just need to be careful.
Not to be rude, Lacia, but you were also captured and essentially brainwashed.
And I didn't give up
I don't
anything.
value your input as a member of this crew.
I have something to add.
Jet, I was one of the first people that you added to this crew.
I know, I trust you. I just...
Everyone here is still alive, and we have all of the coordinates, and we have the Omni Key.
Right, but if we fuck this one up, it's not like we're wanted in another galaxy. The universe could end, all right? This isn't just a regular little thing, like, we didn't make our money, we could just run away. It's not like that this time.
Right, we'll have this big-ass, badass ship, and no one will mess with us. We could be like, come at us.
We should put it to a vote.
I think we already have.
I vote that we go.
That's what I was going to say.
But we go too.
I want to go as well. But I want to go on the conditions that we make sure it doesn't continue being a Leviathan. And then we take a Terathum sphere, and then we get rich and we leave. That's the goal here.
You were willing to open Pandora's box.
Jet doesn't have to be just one Terathum sphere. As she cuts over to Asander and Luna and Domino. Who knows how many Terathum spheres they have? We could be such a great force in the world. We could feed and create and clothe and house and learn. We could learn what happened during the gap. We could learn so much with Terathum spheres, and they could have more than you could count.
And then you get to the point where you're running out of power, so then you have to choose, do you consume a solar system that's got simply a primitive species living on it, but because they're primitive and they don't know...
Oh, Asander, grow up. I'm not going to destroy any star systems.
That's where it starts.
Look, you know me. You all know me.
How primitive?
That's the question, isn't it? How primitive?
We could probably vote on it or something.
Domino activates like a high-pitched reverb to make everyone like the robot equivalent to a whistle, and he says, "Listen, everyone. Five of us want to go to the ship. Four of us don't want to destroy the Terathum spheres. Even if you put it to a vote, we're not destroying the Terathum spheres. Let's just go." And then he boom turns it down.
Oh, I hate when he does that. Oh, it just vibrates in my cheek pouches.
Everyone wouldn't stop talking. The only person that doesn't want to go is the doctor.
Snicks, put in the coordinates.
They're already in.
They're already in. We're going. We're on our way right now.
Go.
On your head, Captain.
Domino, you had sent me something in chat about asking to find out a bit of information after
Oh, wait a second.
Luna had mentioned sending a message.
It's a very appropriate time for that to happen.
I'm gonna go off and like Big Boss mode. Go, Asanda, come speak with me. I'm gonna go talk to him, but I'm gonna message him because secrets.
Okay.
I currently have the comms disabled, so you're fine.
Luna, Snicked, what are you guys doing as this powwow begins to break up?
Oh, I'm going to begin fixing Scrappy. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Domino gets in the comms officer workspace. Next to Snicked.
Luna?
She's going back to sit at the weapons, so she can just ready herself in case they're followed.
Okay. Domino?
Is Snicked still in the cockpit? Snicked, are you repairing Scrappy in the cockpit?
Yep.
Domino, enhance, and starts typing, and then boom, Luna's email appears on the comm screen.
Does it?
Cockpit mid-screen.
It actually doesn't.
Ooh. Neat. Can I hack?
It actually doesn't.
She leaves it open so you can check everything that she has sent.
What has she sent?
Stuff to you, mostly making fun of other people in the group for being human. or saying shouldn't have dragged him up those steps while he was unconscious. Yikes face. Normal things she sends you all the time.
Okay. He like closes it and turns to Snick. She didn't send an email to anyone.
You think that means she really thinks the person's there and she's going to murder them?
Maybe.
I liked it better when she murdered people we wanted murdered. I wouldn't be repairing a scrap heap like this if she would have just murdered V2 back then when we had the chance.
Oh, right. Ding! And his chest opens up and a piece of scrap falls out. He sort of kicks it over to Snick. That was a piece of V2.
Good. He helped cause the damage. He can help fix it. Jerk.
I'll make a new one in a minute. And he continues doing comm stuff. He's starting to slowly re-enable all the sound and video.
Are you so are you doing any like investigation of this? Like, are you searching anything else?
Nope.
Just searching for Luna's outbox, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Domino is nothing else if not trusting of his friends, or at least the people who tell them they're friends.
Who would have thought you'd had 2 emails? Oh!
Okay. Snick.
If you recall Domino's dream, all he wanted was friends.
It's the end of it's getting close to the end of a Saber Dice season, and the cast is already just messaging a lot. Great. Let's talk about Snick. You're doing reparations.
Something
We're gonna need to do that after we rack a couple.
That's not what you're doing at all. You're doing repair work on Scrap Heap. Domino, you search the comms. They look clean from everything that Luna sent out. Luna, you are doing text and slip. Thank you. Luna, you're doing, I don't know, things. Jet, you're chatting with Asander. And Lacia and Ogno are spending quite a bit of time as Beetle is becoming more and more angry as every minute ticks by, but mostly directed at Lacia. And he is recounting every moment spent on this ship and every part of her great plan that did not go according to plan. The day passes, and Snick, you realize you are getting close to the exit for the drift here. This was actually a rather short jump from where you guys were located here in Cranto. Crew, are you guys doing anything else as you prepare to come out of space? I'll
offer to give everyone a final medical checkup before we
probe me
for health back. I want to make sure some of V2 circuitry is definitely visible on Scrap Heap now.
Okay. You do that. And what about you, Luna? Jet?
I am grumpily playing video games because that's how I get my mind off things. And then, yep. That's mostly what I'm doing.
Having long discussions with Scrap Heap with all the things we could do with a Leviathan. Floating Casino is definitely up there. Hookers and blackjack. Instantly. Where we want it.
As you do.
And you can bend stuff if you want.
Luna is going to, Domino, by the way, and she just goes to say something and then just, a response to my message. And she turns back around and just looks like she's like sending something through the comms. Does Domino...
You see Domino has the camera feed of Jet's room in, and then you hear the every time Jet gets to a important part in the game, he just sends him a very pointed DDoS, and it makes his connection slow so that he can and then he dials the bandwidth back up.
Oh, why does he keep DDoSing my Xbox?
He continues watching again, and then you hear That's all he's doing.
So
How's he
Luna,
doing it on a Game Boy?
your comms seem to go unnoticed.
It's just footage of the bathroom camera that someone wasn't supposed to install in case Domino tries to hack in. She's just replaying it of a Sander walking in there, and she's like, "Why are you even in there?"
You see Sander go in and check fluids inside of like the toilet to like, pH levels, and he's like, good, they're getting plenty of hydration.
He does one test strip in the toilet and then compares them.
He turns around, and there's like a piece of paper stuck to the other side of his tank.
I'm sorry, guy.
He goes into the bathroom with a cup of water and very slowly looks into the toilet and pours.
And flushes.
And then just weeps and then leaves.
Rises a little bit.
Oh, God.
So sad.
Domino's like, he does have ports after all. Okay.
Man.
The next day arrives, and you are few minutes out from breaking through the drift. Snicked, as you take the controls here, you begin to adjust the rogue affinity ever so slightly in order for it to break out cleanly from the drift. This is an unknown sector that you are jumping to. As far as you know, there's no star system or anything there. You're actually jumping out to an empty sector of space. As you break through, and everybody can feel that full kind of like throttle and then, raise back from the gravitational pull. In front of you is cold, empty, black space. There is no Leviathan.
Oh, well. Let's turn around. No? Okay, I thought it was funny.
Bashu.
Oh. She pulls out the Omni key. You'll need this. And she holds it up kind of for whomever.
I grab it.
You grab it.
I'm gonna just chuck it out there, like.
No, please don't.
I'm just kidding.
She takes her tentacle-like hands and kind of does one of those like arm over arms for you, and she kind of sets it in your palm, and you can feel her give it just a little twist, and then a twist back, but it doesn't actually feel like it's twisting in your hands. And then suddenly you can see a little blue dot of light begin to blink on the front of it, almost through the chrome, which is kind of creepy. As this light begins to kind of like rifle through, almost like a laser show at the bottom of the floor, out the viewport, please. And she kind of pushes you closer.
Oh, now throw it out?
No, just hold it up through the viewport. And it's like this laser extends on for eternity out here in space, and you can see far, far, far off in the distance an absolutely enormous structure began to come and fade into view as though it was there the whole time. Whipping white electricity rifles around the edge of this enormous pill bug-like shaped vessel. It looks exactly like it did in Ogno's visions to you, Jet. However, rifling around it in several different orbits and forming kind of like lines between each other with this white electricity, appear to be 1,000 little moving lights way off in the distance. It takes a moment before you realize that what you're actually staring at are terathum orbs, terathum spheres, literally orbiting and cloaking this enormous vessel. Snicked, you can see from your gauges and panels on the bottom that where you jumped out of was so far away from the ship because the gravitational pull is still having an effect on the Rogue Infinity. Quickly doing the calculations, and you realize this thing is probably about 4 or 5 times the size of a typical Earth-like planet.
Jesus.
Now, it's nowhere near as massive as an actual star, but this is a significant bit of mass in front of you.
So, Ogno, how do you plan on destroying this thing?
With the terathum spheres, of course. We need to reach the core.
And then we'll just set it off?
Yes, but whatever you do, she reaches up and touches you again. And you see flash, 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 flash of thousands of these little green tubes, much akin to what the 5 of you were previously encaged in whenever you were hunting down the first coordinates back on Greth. Except each of these are filled with an adult sec, frozen in stasis. Do not activate the tubes.
Why?
Because my race will destroy everything.
Can I get an insight roll on that?
Sure.
Or sense motive, I guess.
Can we all do that?
Sure. If you want to
No,
roll
only me. Natural
a 1.
I don't even think to do it.
23. Luna, Jet, you don't know if you should believe her. You have no idea. Is she telling the truth? Is she not telling the truth? She could be lying, but she could be telling the truth. But she also could be totally fucking lying to you. Or she could be telling you totally the truth. Or she could be lying. But maybe she's telling the truth. You're just not sure. She could also be lying. Or telling the truth. It's really
I'm
a coin
watching
flip.
what Lacey's doing.
Luna, this is a tough creature to read. But you run some analytics on the voice inflections. And you feel nothing out of the ordinary. But of course you know that that's not going to be the whole picture. She could still be lying to you, but there's no tells.
Luna looks to the rest of the group. I think she's telling the truth.
What's Lacey doing?
She is staring out the viewport as she has moved up beside Jet. And you can't really see her face from standing behind her. But as she turns a little bit, you can see a huge smile cracking on the side of her face. She's thrilled. This is her life's work.
Wait. That's Lacia?
Yeah, Lacia. It'd be like finding the Tower of Babylon. She's absolutely thrilled.
Oh, man.
I'm going to be honest. Dare's rationale is actually the closest. If she destroys everything, there's no peanut butter left. I believe her.
Okay.
Oh, Tower of Babel.
Okay.
Sorry.
Actually.
So you gotta wipe out all the tire spheres, and you're not even going to get that. So we're gonna get nothing. Goose egg.
What we are doing is protecting everything. Don't you understand that, Snikt?
Just in case, how many terathum spheres do you need to explode the ship?
Maybe not all of them.
Well, let's make a deal. We help you get in there and destroy it. You leave us 1.
5. You leave us 5.
I think just 1.
No.
2.
How big are the spheres?
Huge.
Yeah, man. They're like, I don't know, 3.5-foot radius spheres.
Definitely not going to fit in a pouch.
Yeah, you're gonna roll them around, buddy. They're massive. They look like
big
tiny
hamster
lights
balls.
way off in the distance because you're so far away. You guys have seen terathum spheres before.
Yeah, I know what they look like.
The dim ones. Yeah.
Ogno,
What?
you gotta give something for doing all this.
I need something for doing all of this?
You don't, but we do.
We're saving the universe, Captain.
Oh, really? You need something for all of this, huh? You need something for all of this?
You've been
She
hanging out at least way
latches
too much. You
her
sound like
hands back onto the side of Jet's head. And in an instant, you are transmitted 10,000 images
Oh, no, not
of
again.
destroyed planets, women and children and families being burned up in huge lakes of fire as they erupt across each of the planets as these beams are harvesting and breaking down their planets into raw materials. And you just see this over and over and over and over and over and over again. You see probably about, I don't know, 680 billion people die in the matter of about 10 seconds.
Stop getting into my head.
I'm sorry, I thought you needed something for this. I assumed it was just a lesson.
Then convince that asshole. And I point over at Snikt. Because I don't mind saving all these people. I don't want to do it. I just don't want to see it anymore.
The terathum spheres are too dangerous.
Then destroy them. Destroy all of it. Do it. I'll lead you to it. We
What
came all this way for this, and I understand that there's a heavy cost, but I didn't want to save the goddamn universe. All right, and I have a few people that don't necessarily want to agree with me either, and I have to be the best captain that I need to be. I didn't sign up on the, saving everything. I don't want the universe to be destroyed, but at the same time, I don't want to be on the run for the rest of my life.
Jet, I will take you aboard Oasis. You can see technologies you've never seen before. You can experience things before I destroy it. There's knowledge invaluable there. There are plenty of trade secrets for you to sell. You're doing the right thing, but a terathum sphere is far too dangerous, even in your hands.
Anything. Get us anything. Can finish this life, whatever we've called it, of being aboard this ship. All right? God, get Asander his body. Get all of us out of here.
She's right. We've got to destroy it. As Lacey is kind of like trying to control her emotions after hearing
Lacey, we're
that
going to
Oasis
get
that
the-
she's been chasing her entire life is about to be destroyed in front of her.
We're going to get aborted. You're going to get to look at it, but you're doing the right thing, all right? Your research has been to this, to save everyone. That's good. Let's get over it and go
Get
do it.
aboard it, Captain, before anybody else arrives.
Who else would arrive? We're the only ones with the coordinates. I didn't tell anyone anything.
We don't know that, though.
You do know that. You know that. I didn't tell
There are a
anyone
lot of strange
anything.
things that are going on this ship.
There's a lot of ifs. Lots of ifs.
What strange things?
Captain, can we dock and get this over and done with as quickly as possible?
Do we need to dock? Can we just fly through it? It's bigger than a planet. Can we just fly into the cold?
You see her reach back up and twist it a couple more times, and you can see on your monitor system a hole being kind of ripped in this barrier all the way around like a big ring.
Okay, go through there.
Yes, that's the point.
Oh, yep, okay. Let's go then.
Luna,
Fine, let's just get it over with like a Band-Aid. Rip it off.
Luna, you know that your messages, in fact, have gone through. The rest of you begin to head into Oasis.
She's going to, before they dock, she's going to clean up V2's body, and shoot it out to get it off the ship.
Okay.
Medicine? Is that the word? I don't know.
You're going to eject V2.
What's left
She's
of
going to remove the comm that she took from him and push that as well.
Okay. Domino, give me a perception roll, please.
Sure. I have that ability.
I have the ability
14.
to use my senses.
Yeah, everything seems fine as the crew heads down closer and closer and closer to Oasis.
Wait, when you say head down, we're not on the ship.
Yeah, you're on the ship.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I mean your
Sorry,
ship, the Rogue
just
Infinity,
make
is getting closer to Oasis,
Yep.
to the last Leviathan here. And as you guys break through the barrier, you are pulled into a docking bay from the side. Behind you, you see the doors and that is where we are going to end our session
Damn.
for the evening.
Damn.
I knew that was ominous.
Yeah. I knew that was.
GG.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was pretty tense. That was some good role playing, guys.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us for this episode of Oasis. Next week is going to be the finale, so you're not going to want to miss that episode. It's going to be an absolute blast. Pun fully intended. And before we let you guys go, we've got a few wonderful words for our sponsors. Lauren, take it away.
Yeah.
Guys,
Did
do
you see
you
her
like
face?
dungeons? Do you like painting studios or in studios? We got something for you. Check it out on Steam, Dungeon Painter Studio. Also, if you need somewhere to put your dungeon, you're running out of space, you need somewhere else, Fantasy Grounds. It's great. We use it. You guys should use it. It's awesome. I found out that you can draw on maps on the Monday night game with some of the Patreon members, which if you guys haven't checked it out, check out the Patreon. But yeah, I found out that you could draw. I draw all over the map.
LaurenDoesStuff.fun.
She just threw dicks on the
LaurenDoesStuff.fun.
map the whole time.
God damn it, Lauren.
LaurenDoesStuff.fun.
Of course she does.
Go see LaurenDoesStuff.fun, guys. Go check out LaurenDoesStuff.fun.
We
And
need
this
I
that.
want you
one-
guys to know that no one in the cast bought it.
Yeah, we didn't buy it. That's just all you crazy people. Thank you, Scorchclaw, for posting LaurenDoesStuff.fun.
It can't be reached. Sorry.
It can't be reached anymore? What happened?
No,
It's-
it goes straight to
No,
the.
it's down. It's down. Aquin, you have let us down. The cast is very sad. Guys, we love your faces. We will see you next week for the series finale here on Oasis. Thanks for joining us. We will catch you guys next time. Take care.
Bye.